So I'm here with Ron and Steph. Hey.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi.
So big controversy has been in California that the Democrats have a supermajority in California. The majority of people in California want a single-payer Medicare for all healthcare system. The government in California, get this, already pays for 70% of all the medical bills in California. They already do. The government already pays for 70% of all the medical bills in California. Isn't that something? So now we want to just get the extra 30. We want to just fill it in, baby. And the Democrats won't do it because they're taking bribes from Big Pharma and the health insurance companies. That's happening. So right now, we have supermajority Democrats in California, super blue state. We should have single-payer Medicare for all because the majority of people want it, except, as we all know, we don't live in a democracy. We live in an oligarchy, and the oligarchs don't want poor people to have medicine if it's going to cost them a nickel. And so what they do is they bribe people like this guy. This guy is the leader of the Democrats in the Assembly here in California. His name is Anthony Rendon. And here he is. They've introduced a single-payer bill that he's killing. And here he was last week talking about it. And if you know anything about how when a guy lies, how he has tells all over the place, watch this guy. He lies like a sixth grader. He lies like he's trying to, like you caught him without his homework. I don't know. You watch this. You tell me. Here we go. Here's Anthony Rendon.
Is it time to do single payer in California?
I've been supportive of single payer since before I ever heard of Obamacare. Maybe before I ever heard of Barack Obama.
So why would you, first of all, the guy's lying. He's just getting ready. He's maybe before I ever even heard of Barack. So
You mean he doesn't look confident to you? I mean, whenever I'm sure of something, I look at the floor.
Yeah, I always look at the floor.
I'm so sure of my steps.
And anytime anybody mentions healthcare or single payer, I always think to myself, okay, when's the first time I heard of Obamacare? And before that,
even before that, I mean, let me twiddle my fingers and look down at the ground some more, because this is when you're telling the truth. This is how you look when you're telling the truth. Even before Obamacare, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Look what he's doing. So he's bullshitting right now.
It was like pre-Obama, I think. Like I had gone to a fish show
a couple
nights ago. Did a lot of drugs. It was kind of weird, man.
I've been for single payer before they even invented single payer. Probably.
What was the question again?
What was it? He says I was for single payer before I ever even heard of Obamacare. Then that's a long time ago. And since you're the leader in the Assembly in California, you're the leader guy, maybe you would have legislation ready to implement your support for single payer. But he doesn't. So he's claiming that he's a supporter of single payer, and he's been for single payer for, 10 years now, since he ever even heard of Obamacare. So at least 8 years, 9 years, he's been, so almost a decade. The guy who's the leader of the Democrats in the Assembly has been for single payer. Yet, when he gets in power, he has no plan to introduce how to do it. And the plan that did get introduced, he's killing it, not fixing it. He could fix the bill. He said it's flawed. Well, fix it. You're the leader, and you've been thinking about this for 10 years, right? So then you must have a plan. Except he doesn't have a plan. Because if he had a plan, he would implement it. And he's not implementing a plan. So he's not really for it. And that's why he's looking down at the ground when you ask him about it. And twiddling his thumbs. That's what a guy who's bullshitting you looks like. And why is he talking under his voice in a whisper? Because he's bullshitting you. That's why. You don't think he's bullshitting? You want to watch him? Let's watch him.
Is it time to do single payer in California?
I've been supportive of single payer since before I ever heard of Obamacare. Maybe before I ever heard of Barack Obama. I'm not sure.
The question is it the time?
Yeah, I was
the question was, is it the time for single payer?
Let's remember he was asked a yes or no question. Side note, yes or no question, he was just asked. I've been for, let me tell you something about me and my history with this.
I'm going to give you a little background.
Let me tell you.
So he's lying. He's getting ready to bullshit you. That's what this is. This is what he's done. And he's bad at it because we see right through him. And the fact that if you really have, that question was, is it time for single payer? The answer is yes. Yes. They've had it for almost a century in England. They've had it since the 60s in Canada. They have it in Syria. They have it in Russia. But somehow we can't do it. Russia, which has a GDP lower than South Korea, they have single payer. But California, which has the population as big as Canada, we can't be. He doesn't have, I don't know how to do it. And let's remember, the question was, is it time? And he's not answering that question. So here we go.
I've been.
And let me just say, I didn't make this video. Someone sent this to me. So whoever sent this, thank you. But I'm not taking credit for this video. Okay.
Single payer for quite some time. There's a lot in flux at the federal government level, to say the least.
Yeah, so, by the way, he's taken a minimum of $82,000 from known single-payer opponents since 2012. And by the way, when all else fails, blame Trump. That's what he just did. There's a lot in flux at the federal level. There's a lot. I got lots of reasons why I can't push for a progressive agenda. There's lots of reasons. Trump, so...
Well, he does have a point bringing up the influx at the federal level since he's talking about a federal bill, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Shit.
That's right.
So the details need to be figured out, and the particular bill that's in the Senate, I think Laura is the author, is something that I need to look at.
Hasn't looked at the bill. I think Laura's the author. You're not sure? You're the frickin' leader. You're not sure who's working on the new bill? You didn't get together with your colleagues in the Senate? You're the leader in the assembly. You guys don't talk to each other like, hey, how do you want to do single payer? Who's going to introduce the bill? I know how we could do it. Here's my plan. What's your plan? Let's get this done. That's not what's happening. What he's doing is looking for excuses to not do what the people want because he's bribed to do the opposite. And he's a bad liar when he lies about it, Ron.
I mean, he's talking about a bill that would change the state of California and then inevitably change the rest of the country. And he's talking like a 15-year-old describing the first time him and his friends took acid.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable how disinterested and aloof and lying
Yes.
he is.
Could he be more disinterested and aloof? Yes. Could he be more unengaged in this battle for single payer?
I don't know, Jimmy. He does have his sleeves rolled up.
He has his sleeves rolled
so
up.
it looks like he's really attacking the issue
He's
right
putting
now.
work.
He does have his sleeves rolled up. It does look like he's attacking. The California Democratic Party has received $1.2 million from
I'm philosophically in favor of single payer. This particular bill I need to look at.
Democrats assembly members have taken more than $1.5 million from single-payer opponents.
And also the timing is, there's something, the timing may be a challenge. The timing may be, I'm trying to hide underneath the desk because I'm lying and my body's revolting. I'm trying to get lower and, I don't know. Is it okay? This is how I'm the leader of the fucking thing is doing an interview like this. And you're telling me this guy's not bullshitting? Look, who sits like that at a desk? It's just bad timing.
Somebody who's conscious is saying, stop being an asshole. And he's like, no, I got to do this. I got to stick by this.
And I just think he's crossing his fingers underneath right now, whatever he's saying.
Let's see. Yeah, I bet he's crossing his fingers.
And when he says philosophically, who says that? Who says philosophically I'm for single payer? Financially, probably not.
Yeah, you can feel, when he says that, you can really feel the fire in the belly he has, right? This guy has a fire in the belly for single payer. Or is this a guy trying every weasel way to get out of it? That's a weasel. That's what weasels do, and that's him weaseling. And Anthony Rendon is a weasel, and we're going to primary him. We're going to get rid of him. There he is. Look at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to give them his number?
Yeah, what's Anthony Rendon's number?
562-529-3250.
So when you call, be respectful, and but just let them know that we're on to Anthony Rendon, and he should fix the bill for single payer.
And Michael Lighty said on Aggressive Progressive recently, he said to keep that up. That's the guy that's with the nurses, and he said that's the best thing you can do right now.
Yes, so this is what the best thing. We interviewed Michael Lighty, who's the spokesperson for the California Nurses Association, and they're the ones sponsoring this bill, and he said the best thing you can do is call Anthony Rendon's office. So what's that number?
That is 562-529-3250. Once again, 562-529-3250.
Let's listen to does he have any more to say?
Why is that?
Because there's so much in flux at the federal government level.
Don't count on them to do the right thing. You keep leading. You keep leading this movement. Because they'll talk, here's their double talk. Oh, I believe, Roseanne, I believe in universal health care. You know what that's code for? That's chicken shit talk for I'm never gonna say single payer. I'm not even gonna say Medicare for all. Oh, but we all believe in universal health care. It's really, show us, Roseanne, I would support you, but I haven't seen the fiscal analysis. Well, they choose the fiscal reality for all of us by not funding the things with our tax dollars that they should be, right?
So I don't know who made that video, but it's fantastic. So thanks for sending that to me. Just so you know, this was put together by the Physicians for a National Health Program. The source is the so look at this. This is what they make. The guy who's the head of Cigna makes $27 million a year. How much is that a day? That's $100,000 a day. Denying people health care. That's unbelievable. Isn't that amazing? Like, what did this guy, I bet he was a B student. How do you get $100,000 a day?
And what do you do with all that? Like,
what do you do with all that money? What do you do with all that money?
Oh, I see Centine is there. Friend of Dick Gephardt's.
Oh, Centine. We covered Dick Gephardt yesterday, the Democratic majority leader who started working for this company. And there he is, Michael Niedorf. He makes $107,000 a day also as the chairman of another. These are health insurance companies. We should get rid of them.
Now, poor Joseph Swedish, he's barely getting by.
This guy's only getting $8 million. How could he live?
He's only $31,000 a day. That's a little...
He's trying to live on Rachel Maddow money. That's tough. That's only $30,000 a day. How could you live? Who are these guys? So these are the new plutocrats. These are the oligarchs. These are the people who run our country. And look how much money they make. And you think they're in touch with anybody? They're in touch with our legislators, bribing them. This guy down here works for Humana. He makes $50,000 a day.
Bruce Broussard.
This guy up here from United Healthcare, he makes $250,000 a day. A day. Tiger Woods doesn't make that kind of money.
I don't know anyone that makes that kind. I mean, I can't think of any.
$250,000 a day for a guy who doesn't do anything.
Can you imagine if they paid teachers?
Imagine
that. It looks crazy.
The guy from Aetna, he makes $57,000 a day. That's what we're up against. That's who Anthony Rendon works for. That's who the Democrats work for, and that's who we're up against. And that's who we're up against. And we're going to beat them. And Anthony Rendon is going to go down in history as a corporate sellout who lied to his own constituents for money. Hey, the next live Jimmy Dore show is July 17th. That's right, July 17th. That's a Monday in Burbank, California. Get your tickets right down here or go to jimmydorecomedy.com. July 17th, Burbank, California, live Jimmy Dore show.